Welcome to our 5 on 5. I'm pleased to be joined today by Medford City Manager Brian Sjothun. Brian, good to see you.
You too, Craig.
So, big month for you. RogueX opening a month ago this week.
Yep.
You were Parks and Rec Department head for a long time before you had this job.
Yep.
So you've been trying to bring something like this to Medford for a long time. What's it been like for you?
Very satisfying, rewarding. I'm really proud of the Parks and Recreation Department, our city council, the entire city's team that helped open this facility. And it's been amazing. Absolutely sold out for open swim every weekend, actually starting on Thursday nights through the weekend. Even during the day, we have a lot of stay-at-home parents or people working from home will bring their kids to the pool and also recreate in the event center.
Yeah, and I know there's a little incident this past weekend, but the little girl's okay?
Little girl's fine. Okay. The company that manufactured the splash pad or the equipment accepted responsibility. They've come capped that head. It's up and running, and that will be repaired by hopefully the end of this month.
Very good, very good. Okay, so Medford made some pretty major changes to downtown parking and Main Street here in the last couple of months. Some business owners tell us they're not a huge fan. Are you happy with it?
I'm satisfied with it. It was in our transportation system plan. It went through a process where the city council reviewed it a couple of times. I can tell you from a personal standpoint, it has slowed me down, and I notice businesses that I never noticed before. The other thing is it added parking spaces. So
yeah,
a lot of folks don't realize
you guys
that,
telling us that.
Yeah, that there are, I think, 2 or 3 more parking spaces that there were. It's change. People don't like change. Let's give it a chance and see how it works.
Medford is working right now with ODOT on South Stage Road expansion. The process, as I understand it, will take years. Is Southeast Medford an area where developers can build more housing, as that is clearly a need for us?
Oh, absolutely. And we've been working with our Southeast area developing partners for about 3 years. We have meetings every quarter or so. I think we are going to know what the preferred option is for South Stage Road before the end of this calendar year. That is the timetable that ODOT is working on, and even this evening City Council will be getting an update of where the consultant is at. And it's really exciting to see the conversations behind potentially whether it's an overcrossing or interchange. But now landowners will have some, I would guess, once they know if it's an interchange or an overcrossing, they can move forward with some development plans.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll have much more with Brian in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Medford City Manager Brian Sjothun. Brian, we were talking about housing just before the commercial break. The short legislative session is going on right now in Salem, just began. Is there anything you're watching closely? Well,
we're watching 3 things closely. The governor's housing bill, which we've come out in support of. And I appreciate the governor's office. Myself and our planning staff have actually been working with the governor's office the last 6 months on that legislation. It's not perfect, but it's better than what we have right now. The 2 other things that we're looking at is what will the state do in investing in behavioral health issues. Oregon is 49th in what we spend on substance abuse treatment and mental health. And then the third thing, obviously, we're watching is Measure 110. We had 4 town halls last year. Nearly 1,000 residents participated in those town halls. Overwhelmingly, people want changes to Measure 110, and we are advocating hard at the legislature for those changes. Certainly, a lot of people are looking at that in this short session. The Medford Urban Renewal Agency has been working on the possibility of a new hotel in the Pear Blossom Park area on the north side of downtown. This has been for several years. It's been a possibility. Where are we at with that? Well, where we're at with that is we're hoping next month in March that a development and disposition agreement will be before the Urban Renewal Board for approval. We're looking at potentially the developer breaking ground sometime next spring of 2025. It's about an 18-month build for that development, and it's much needed, and also is a great time for some hotel development in downtown because we are going through, or about to start, a feasibility study on a new conference center. Okay, and I was going to try and wrap it up with, is there anything in particular you're looking forward to this year for the city of Medford? I've got one more question for you personally about that, but yeah, there's clearly a lot of things going on. What have we not talked about that's happening this year in Medford? Well, I think the conference center is one of those things. Now that RogueX is open, that is mostly sports oriented. The loss of Inn of the Commons meeting space, we really need some sort of facility where businesses can host conferences. We've talked to Lithia last week. They're real interested in something that could be developed. So that's something I'm really excited about doing, and also finishing up our update to our leisure services plan, which is the guiding document for parks and recreation.
Since we have you here, I have to ask you, you're retiring at the end of this year, at the very beginning of next. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's next for you? What's next for the city?
Well, what's next for the city is council at the end of this month is going to be meeting with the search firm, coming up with the criteria for what they'd like in their next city manager. The time frame right now is looking like interviews will be in mid-June, and hopefully council will have a candidate, which I'm sure they will, to appoint. That person will probably start latter part of September, first part of October. There'll be some overlap. I'm really looking forward to whoever is going to be on board to help them ease into the position. But what's for me, personally and professionally, I'm open. I'm open. I'm really, my word for this year is sort of like reset. And I definitely want to keep working. I'm just not sure what I want to do yet.
Okay, well, you can watch the Niners because we're both
Absolutely.
Niners fans. Very good. Go Niners, what we're talking about.
All right.
Good to see you. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Craig.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.